Okay guys, after running through the footage multiple times, like 6 or 7 times, I think I might have a better spot. It still requires me to jump, but it doesn't require me to bob and weave or like fall through the through the bullets like I did before. And it's actually on our right side. And I think it'll be much better. I really took a close examination of it. So we'll see. I still have to jump. I know there's a spot where you can just stand and you don't have to worry about moving at all, but it's so darn precise. Pixel perfect stuff is just... No. Just the thought of it made me go and kill myself. I can't. No. By the way, is it just me? Or does the sound quality sound a little bit off? I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm like obsessive about sound quality. I apologize. Yeah. What's another game with a really great boss? Oh my god, the latest Metal Gear game. Metal Gear Revengeance. Best boss of 2012, 13, whatever year that game was released. I think it was 2012. You have to play Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, okay? I don't care if you're a fan of Metal Gear. I don't care if you know what's going on. You don't need to. Go play it. It's the best freaking game I've ever played. Ever! I had my doubts. It's totally done in a different style from how pretty much every other Metal Gear Solid game has been. But this isn't Metal Gear Solid. This is something completely different. This is Metal Gear Rising, okay? Okay? This is an allowable change of format because it fits in the universe that it takes place in, okay? Because Kojima has... He's always been pushing the envelope, but my god, I salute you, Kojima, for doing what you did with Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance. And I especially salute the company that he handed it off to. Well, he didn't hand it off to, but the company that helped develop it, Platinum Games. I salute you, Platinum Games. Just a wonderful experience that is so... I really hate to use the word epic, but there is no other word for it. That boss fight has the perfect amount of build-up, the perfect attitude. I will say it until I die. That game's build-up is phenomenal. Just everything is done right. I can't think of a single thing they could have done to improve it. And you know what? Even if they could have, I don't want it to improve. I love it for all its flaws. If there are any flaws. Because technically everything can be improved. Even into the smallest iota. Whatever you think is perfect, whatever you think it is, it can always be improved. Because it's always a changing perspective. What is perfection? No matter what it is, even if it's through, like... Even if it's of a degree that people have agreed upon, like, oh, artistically, the symmetry of this is perfect. You know, people can still go, you know what, no, it's still a couple... It's still a couple, atoms off. It could be improved. And even when you get the atoms all lined up, even if you spent 1,000 years trying to get all the atoms lined up, there'd be somebody with, like messed up eyes that would be able to look at it and go, you know what, no, that's not, don't think so. It's not perfect to my eyes. My single eye. Maybe they only have one eye, and their depth perception is off. And they go, you know what, no, doesn't look quite centered to me. It's all perspective. Single-eyed perspective. I knew you were gonna do that. I gotta stop being above him. That's okay. Yeah, it's like right over here. It's right over on the left, My goodness, these directions are hurting me. Okay, stand up straight. Focus, focus, focus. It's really nothing that has any input on my end. It's just pixel perfect stuff. You know, this boss is pretty okay. I mean, comparing it to other bosses is kind of not a good idea, but in my opinion, if you just cut out the pixel perfect stuff, it's fine. I like the varying robot masters and their gimmicks. Features, sorry. I like the varying powers. I like how you have to change up your playstyle depending on who you're fighting. Fighting Bomb Man is totally different from fighting Electric Man. Fighting Skull Man is totally different from pretty much any other robot master. You got the big dinosaur near the end. You got Mega Man himself. In fact, I'd have to say, Mega Man is the worst thing about this fight. If it was just the Robot Masters, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But it's what Mega Man brings to the table that makes this boss terrible. Which is fitting, I guess. Maybe I'm getting too analytical. Maybe I could just say, this boss stinks. But I don't want to say that. Everybody says that. Okay, wait, it's on this side. Spin to win, Mega Man. Spin to win. Okay. It's like right over here. Where is it? I had it. It might actually be on the far right-hand side. It might... I'm so sorry, guys. I would say give me a break to go and look at this on my own, but I really don't want to do that. This is I want to be the Boshy mirrored mode. I'm showing everything. Nothing is being cut. Every death that I die to, every death that is dealt, will be on camera. Just play this in the background while you're doing something else. I can assure you that you're not missing anything. If there's any good dodges, I will personally go, oh my gosh, did you see that? And you guys can rewind it. So keeping that in mind, I'll try to talk about other interesting things. What else? I'm sorry, I have to confess, my life is not too interesting at the moment. I mean, I can always tell work stories, but, you know, you go to one wedding, a couple weddings, you see some weird stuff. It really just kind of blends into the background. A normal day at work, for me, is when weird stuff happens. If nothing happens, then that's kind of an odd day. Because weddings are... Let me tell you guys, weddings are very... In case you don't know, I'm a wedding server, not a wedding singer. I've actually never seen that movie, to be honest. I don't know, something about Adam Sandler, he's okay. He was alright in Click. But some of his other stuff, yeah. You see, that's what I get for bad-mouthing Adam Sandler. Mega Man will kick the shins off of you if you badmouth Adam Sandler. I don't know, he's okay. He's just not the lovable guy that I think a lot of people see him as. In my opinion, anyway. I mean, he has his funny moments, but, I think it's actually quite odd how lately you don't really see Adam Sandler in a lot of single stuff. You don't see him on his own. He's usually with his other friends, like David Spade and that guy who was the star of King of Queens for a while. Or Chris Rock. Him and Chris Rock do a lot. They're good friends. But, you know, maybe that's good. Maybe we don't want to see any more of him. Maybe there isn't anything more that he could bring to the table. And that's the point where you really need to start branching out, because if you categorize yourself as a stereotype of just, oh, I'm the funny guy, or man, I'm the serious guy, people will get tired of you. And that's one thing that I think I need to do. I need to play more games that are either emotionally draining or just can convey more feelings than just pure anger. And people have been saying that. Meta Knight Kirby 2 actually wants me to play this one game I think it's, what is it? It's either Loom or To the Moon. I think it's To the Moon. It's a point-and-click game. He says it's quite emotional, which I've heard from a couple different people. I've also heard The Walking Dead is quite emotional. So, I mean, I don't know, but I'll give those a try. I'm really gonna have to try to get out of my mindset of high adrenaline, button-mashing, anger, blah-de-blah-de-blah, but even then, I'm pretty... I really try to keep my anger under control. And even then, when I get angry, it's not the full-on, holy crud, I'm blowing the roof off the ceiling kind of angry. Some people just get way, way too into it. And I mean, I can too, but my goodness. If you really go and see some of the rage people out there, you'll be shocked. The people that don't fake it are just calm down, guy. It's a game. I mean, even when I beat something, I'll calm down eventually. But some of these people, you bring it up to them, they never let it go. And I mean, yeah, you have the right to be angry, but you have the choice. You have the choice to be angry or not to be, and I choose to be a happy person. It's not always easy to make that choice. It's not always right to make that choice. But I choose it. A man chooses. A slave obeys. Are you slave to your emotions? Or do you command them? Do you step on their neck and say, no, we are not feeling this today. We are going to be happy. We are going to enjoy ourselves today. We are going to live life the way that I want to, not the way that you want to. Choose to be happy. Choose to have fun with games. Because I believe, firmly, that above all else, video games are supposed to give some kind of fulfilling enjoyment. Whether it's making you sad, whether it's making you mad, whether it's making you glad. As long as it's not a fad. I'm trying to rhyme now. It has to give you a degree of satisfaction. Otherwise, what is a game? Superman 64. You see, why did I have to say that terrible game's title? My goodness. See, this is where we start getting into the malarkey here. Cause if I brought out characters like Boshy, ooh. If I brought out a smaller character, hey look, I need to beat him in 100 deaths. I have to beat Mega Man in 100 deaths. Otherwise, I'm in deep doo-doo. Deep doo-doo. And you know, to be honest, let me put it this way. Stereotyping yourself is a good thing and a bad thing. Because some people will get really, really, really popular for stereotyping themselves, but they'll never be known as anything else but that. My key prime example is the angry video game nerd. He got so popular being that angry, you know, hilarious swearing guy. But now, I've seen him try to do stuff. I've seen him and his buddy trying to, like, review stuff, and it's not nearly as popular. It's still up there, it's still way bigger than anything I could ever do. But I mean, they just don't bring in the numbers like they used to, you know? And I think that's pretty sad. When you can't expand because people want you to be the character that they are. Not that they are, that they know, that they're comfortable with. And for a creative person like him, I just feel so bad. I mean, I know I really shouldn't talk from any kind of standpoint of moral superiority. My channel is so inconceivably small compared to his. And if I can even achieve 1/5 of the fame that he has, it would be beyond anything that I could even imagine. But still. I gotta stop that. I gotta stop.